Hello everyone. How's it going on this Sunday evening? I have a feeling a cat's about to jump on me. Yep, there it is. So it needs more. I mean, I'll play some for you, Codfisher. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, let me figure. Where is he? Can you?
I don't know you from Adam.
There you go. So tonight, hey everyone, thanks for joining us. X-Pac, bless you, and many Bronco Busters. Many yellows as well. Tonight's call is, I believe it's titled Ring of Downfall right now. It's 1/21/21. It's the next day after the last one that went up on Stupid Heelborn's channel today. 37 today. George Glass. Well, Scott, good for you. When you're running the show, you can play. You can play all the Rod you want. How about that? How do we not? Okay. Alright, let's just get into it. Oh, sweet. I'm glad you like it, medium syllables.
Hello.
The thing with the pregnancy, right, is that he was just so defeated, you know? And, it just, I don't know, it's not as fun, I guess, so. I mean, it's just a balancing act, but...
How are you? Waldo. It's been so long since you said Waldo. I can't remember the reason that we used Waldo.
I'm still not pregnant, so that's good.
Yeah, that's extremely good. Have you talked to Maggie Joe yet?
Yeah, Waldo is a safe word.
Yes, why is that so important to you?
Too kind.
Well, because you're friends. I know she means a lot to you.
I mean, neglects
okay?
everything in his life, Farmer, so why wouldn't the child be any different, you know? I mean, this guy's a real jerk.
She's still mad. Call me 87.
Lorne loves drama and telling everyone else's business.
Should be alright after a while. Just relax and go with the flow.
Oh.
Turn on.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
What song do you think is better out of Rod and Waldo? Both complete masterpieces, mind. How's Will holding up?
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Heelborn uploaded earlier and tried to steal your thunder. But our chest plates of righteousness and belts of truth kept it from happening. Jesus Christ. Love you, Cawd.
Damn, the robot almost said it proper, you know? Just crawl. Yeah, Heelborn's a real jerk. He loves trying to steal thunder, and he loves jumping sharks. Who do I prefer out of Rod and Waldo? That's a really difficult question because they both bring different things to the table. You know, I mean, it's more or less the same result of being mad and raging, but I'm gonna have to say Rod. Waldo is great at the time, but Rod is hearing a 50-year-old man trying to insult someone to like hurt their feelings and saying virgin penis over and over again and thinking that you're hitting a home run every time. That's why Rod wins. Amy, I'll find a photo. Sorry, I forgot. What's up, next guy? LWO shirt, by the way, damn doctor. I have a feeling the LWO might invade Clobber's Teespring, because LWO is just taking over his entire channel. So, I mean, keep an eye out. It might show up there. You never know. You never know, hosting. You never know. Now
What's going on with your voice?
hint, hint, twink, twink.
Oh, just tired. Just dry.
Oh. They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
I meant the Weird Versions songs 87. I mean, I wasn't that clear, but like Lorne mentality, it's probably your fault.
Yes, it's all my fault. Gorilla Face Queen. Thank you. That is a great question. Oh man, I don't know if I can pick it's like picking a favorite child, you know. I'll still go with Rod. Man. Yeah, I'll still stick with Rod. I might change my mind. I'm not your bro.
Yeah, I kind of freaked up my day tomorrow. Lawyer called me and said his lawyer, I was planning on it. Talked to my lawyer at 10 o'clock, then having the conference call with Stacy and Sean and my lawyer at 10:30.
Exactly right.
He told me last week. And he called me and told me that he rescheduled and it's going to be at 1:30 tomorrow now. So he asked me if that would work for me. I said, well, I guess it kind of has to. So it's like I was gonna put the toolbox on the truck in the morning and then go over and get the toilet out of the teardown house because Quinn wants that. So I was gonna go do that. Well, actually, my original plan was to get the other two doors and bring them down.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't want the doors yet because he had his flooring, but he wants the toilet this month. So I was gonna go get the toilet and bring that down, or come back here, then do the conference call, then bring it down to go over.
Before I fall into a coma, 2121, Dan.
So also get that styrofoam insulation that she's selling me.
Okay, all right, real quick. I know guys, I know this is a drag. Styrofoam insulation. I swear to you, I've heard him talk about this a year before, or not a year before, but damn close. Like, you know, March of 2020, and he's still talking about styrofoam insulation now. It's all he taught the construction staff. But this fucking this stupid trailer he's working on. It's there's no point. There's no point. It's worthless. The worthless piece of shit.
Really thick stuff.
Hey, you know, you guys want to hear it all, so.
But they get all screwed up. My lawyer called and told me 1:30.
Oh, she's not pregnant.
I was like, I gotta...
Still happen tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just at 1:30 instead of 10 o'clock. So
It's a great way of
I'll
putting
just
it.
do stuff here until, well,
Why does your lawyer
actually,
want to talk before?
well, he doesn't now. He wants to talk after. Before, he wanted to talk before. But now he wants to talk after. So, I don't know. I guess it didn't make a difference if we talked before or after.
What he's talking about here, that meeting, I know it's on Joey's channel. There's some paperwork. He went to like try and get some of his probation, and then they ended up talking about the robot a shit ton and cry, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, all that good stuff. The sheetrock is ridiculous in NCA. He does that though. He'll find a word and he will just loop it and loop it and loop it. Let me fix this real quick. He'll also do it with people. You know, like if he knew, like let's, you know, invisible or silent Rick, you know, he'd be like, I've said this story 1,000 times, but you know, I was talking to Rick today, and Rick said that Rick was going to go out with Rick's wife, and they were going to go to dinner, and Rick was going to eat food there, and then Rick was going to pay, and then Rick would leave, and then Rick would drive home from the dinner with Rick's wife. It's like fascinating. I mean, you could have just eliminated the guy's name through the whole story.
So you are having the conference, then you are talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shins, he gets a lot of it at the dump, and then he had this teardown house. And like I remember hearing the argument he got into with the robot where he got wood from the dump, and there's a bunch of nails in them, and like half of it was cracked and stuff. And the robot said, "Well, that's not good." And he goes, "Yeah, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine wood. It's old wood. Old wood is better than new wood." So apparently all you have to do is take the nails out, and the, you know, cracks and stuff in them don't matter anymore, and you can use them to build a house. So Mike Scott, I appreciate you comparing me to The Sopranos. That's high praise.
I guess he wants to find out everything that Sean's looking for and wants.
Trust me, the robot called him an idiot in 87 and said, "Old wood and new wood, power of Christ compels you." It doesn't make any sense.
Sean asked me, I don't know if I told you this already or not. I forgot about it. So today I realized I still gotta look for the book. He wants a copy of my relapse plan that I did with Gene. So I thought I knew exactly where the book was, and it's not there. So it's that was because I've moved everything around so much. Now I gotta find that thing. I was thinking that I put it in the safe and it's not in there.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Real Face Gwen, great question. Healborn, Reborn, Will, Marry, Fuck, Kill, what's mine? I don't like any of them. Well, actually, I'm Reborn, right? I like Reborn, so I picked Reborn for all of them except Kill, I guess. How about you guys? Everyone in the chat. Good luck with that one. Yeah, right now I'm Reborn. I mean, always. I'm always Reborn.
I was thinking I had it in the
What is your
share
relapse
room.
I run the LWO.
It's a relapse plan. If you to avoid relapsing.
This isn't. Listen, this isn't a marriage between you, me, and Will. Okay, I'm marrying you.
You make out this plan so you can avoid relapsing.
Billy, interesting choice.
Yes, I know what they are.
You're right. Voice to voice. Will's definitely a slide. He loves to fight. Something like that.
What is your relapse plan?
Oh, I can't remember what I had down for it. I think it was, I'll learn to say no more.
That's right, Zach.
For sure I had that down on it. And pay attention to the alcohol that I drank.
So that's Lauren's relapse plan. If you didn't hear it, it's to start saying no more often and to watch how much alcohol he consumes. So there's that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not what he was charged with, but
I'll get to the point where I drink alcohol like I did before.
Pay attention to it, though, so you can drink.
When I get off probation, I'll be able to drink, but I'm not into drinking like I used to be. You know, when I get out of, you know, when I
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
SWC will rise again. I will remove the poison of the LWO kiss off reborn.
I mean, that sounds like fighting words. I don't appreciate that. You just wait when your little store starts selling LWO shirts and everyone's buying them up. Clobber.
get out of prison,
Probation.
huh?
When are you getting off probation?
I don't know yet. Mom asked me today why I wasn't putting in to get off probation. And I told her that I'm on state probation for 10 years. So,
Okay. I know I'm interrupting a lot. Surprise, surprise. Keep the Sundays with Cawd tradition going. So Lauren's going to talk here about getting off of probation and a quilt. He's going to get off probation, and he says that he needs to be good for 10 years or something like that. Now, I promise I'll stop interrupting for this part. Listen to this idiot explain how he's been good for 10 years.
so, but federal has custody of me, but it's run concurrent. So, as long as I'm on federal probation, I don't have to deal with state probation. So it's like either way, I'll be on probation for at least 10 years. So I figure, well, I'll just stay right on federal probation till that 10 years up, and then see how everything's going then. See if I can put in to get off probation then.
What were you saying about after prison?
Oh, the reason that I drank so much after I got out of prison, was because I was so mad about everything. I'd literally go over and drink with Tony, and I'd get drunk. I only lived 100 yards from him. That was when I lived in Cayman.
He'll go back to it.
I'd go over and drink with Tony, and I'd get drunk, and I'd go home, and I had my little fire. No, I said little.
Right, Blue
pretty big fire
Drink,
pit.
get down.
I had my fire pit that I built, and the only thing I had behind me was sand pit. And I had a lawn out back, a nice lawn that I fenced in so Roscoe could run all around in it.
What? He's talking about why he would drink, and he's explaining his yard? What?
And I'd build my fire pit, and build my fire in my fire pit, and I'd...
This is a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier. The sheetrock thing. Listen to this idiot.
And I'd build my fire pit, and build my fire in my fire pit, and I'd continue drinking.
Oh, I thought he was going to say, and he continued to make a fire. I got a fire pit. I put fire in my fire pit. Watch the fire in the fire pit while I fire up a ciggy.
It's the heat from the fire and standing in the fire help take out.
Listen to this shit.
It's the heat from the fire and standing in the fire help.
The heat from the fire and fire.
take out a lot of anger and frustration, and
The heat from the fire took out a lot of frustration. What? I mean, listen, I've been mad, and there's ways to cope with it, I guess, but a hot fire?
help me to. I mean, that fire. That
Oh my
helped
God.
Me a lot.
When you say 10 years,
Hold on, yeah, I'm gonna go back a little bit for Clob. Listen to this.
Help me to. I mean, that fire. That helped me a lot.
I can't.
when you say 10 years, do you mean 10 years from now?
Okay, here we go. I'm muted.
No, 10 years after I got out of prison.
All right, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back, everyone. We need to clarify the fire problem here, because I don't understand it.
It's the heat from the fire and standing in the fire helped take out a lot of.
Wait. Where did he put this fire?
The only thing I had behind me was sand pit.
Hold on.
And I had a lawn
Okay.
out back, nice lawn that I fenced in so Roscoe could run all around in it.
Ross click and roll. Okay, here we go. Little cough.
And I'd build my fire pit and build my fire in my fire pit, and I'd continue drinking.
Okay. All right.
It's the heat from the fire and standing in the fire helped take out a lot of anger and frustration, and
I'm not understanding. I'm not hearing anything about a fire. Is anyone getting all this?
it helped me.
Fire in the fire pit.
I mean, that fire that helped me a lot.
All right.
When you say 10 years, do you mean 10 years from now?
No, 10 years after I got out of prison.
The second time.
No, first time.
Okay, hold on. So we're going to talk about his stupid probation, but the question about pressuring him to drink. I mean, Jack Johnson's not really. I guess, not a lot. It'd be those times where he would mention alcohol himself, and the robot would be like, "Well, why don't you do it then? If you want to drink that bad, just do it." And I'll agree. I think that the probation put the fear of God in him about drinking, so he didn't touch it again. Hey, Cyber Squeak. I'm doing good. How you doing? All right, let's go back to his probation. So he has now stated that he will get off probation with 10 years of good behavior. And the robot's first question is, the first or the second time you went to jail? And he says, the first time. Which, I mean, right then and there, you should think something's wrong, right? Something's wrong. But let's continue into his stupidity of probation.
You don't think it started over when you went back?
No. No, because if it started over when I went back, I'd have to start the class all over again.
You did.
Yeah, but I mean, my other stuff would have all been X'd out.
All right. I'm interrupting you. So he goes, if I had to go, if my 10 years started over, I would have had to go back to class again. I would have to start class over again. And the robot goes, you did. And he goes, yeah, I did. But, new reason.
Would have been crossed out and not counted, but that stuff still counted. And the book that I did still counted. It's not like I didn't already do the book. I've done the book already, and it was done before I even went back.
Is this you
Prison.
assuming something, or you know this for a fact?
I know that for a fact.
How?
Because I had already finished the book. Before I ever even went to Dwayne's class, I finished the book. I finished the book like a year before I stopped seeing Teen and went to Dwayne. Teen didn't
You
want
know
to.
for a fact that the 10 years didn't start over?
Yes, I do.
How?
Well, it was just 10 years after I got out first on.
Okay. So, Lorne knows that the 10 years don't start over. Why? Because it's 10 years since the first time. I mean, this is his answer. How do you know that it didn't start over?
Well, because it's 10 years after I got out first on.
That's how he knows. I mean, my God. I hear you, Blue Boy. Respect. Oh yeah, stream, of course. I don't know that has it been more than 10 years since he's been out? Honestly, I forget how long he's been out of jail. Prison. Either one. The first time, like he's saying. When the hell was that? I don't think it's been 10 years. 2012? Oh shit, it has been 10 years? Jesus. Time flies, eh? I can't believe that. Holy shit. It's gonna take probation 3 years to remember what patterns Lorne's been breaking. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna take him a long time. Can you imagine this is what he does when he goes to probation too? He goes, I need to get off probation, and they're like, why do you need to? It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. And like, okay, and you guys said 10 years.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Thoughts on the new RSO photo?
Thanks, Medium Syllables. Yeah, he looks pretty old, right? Like he's looking his age. Actually, he's looking older than his age. He won't admit to that. He'll say he looks like he's 30 or something bullshit, which I've never seen a 30-year-old with such gray hair and a droopy face, but you know, it's pretty bad. I mean, what do you guys think? 1 in the chat, he looks older than he does. 2 in the chat, he looks younger than he does. 3 in the chat, he looks like Justin Timberlake. Yeah, voice to voice, talking to the robot was like going through a presidency. It put a lot of years on him, I guess. Be surprised that probation didn't end up him getting. Yeah, right. Give him a key to the city building. Is he still saying he only looked 30? Oh yeah, Cybersqueak. He knew he was good looking. He would say constantly that people would unprovoked come up to him and say, "Hey, did you know you don't look like you're in your 50s? You look like you'd be in your 30s." Unprovoked, they would say these things at work. I'll say this: if that ever happened legitimately, it was dripping in sarcasm. You know? Like, oh man, hey, you look great, bud. You look great with those 15 cigarettes in the past, 20 minutes. He's nuts. He's just a nut job.
But you went back in.
Right. Just revocation of probation, 6 months worth. They don't count from when you go in the second time. They count it from when you get out the first time. And they say, if you end up going back again, they'll say, you've had your probation revoked twice and had to go back in. And right now I've only had it revoked once. And I get back out at 6
The
months.
violation of the probation you are trying to get off. Don't think that counts for something.
Oh, it counts. It counts, but it doesn't start your time all over again. It just
Who says?
counts. It counts as a mess up. They don't want you on probation.
Okay. They don't restart the time. They just count it as a mess up. Listen, you went back to prison for 6 months. That's just a mess up. Don't worry, you'll be off probation in no time.
They don't want you on probation for the rest of your life, especially when you're doing good and you get your shit straight.
How? Lorne is the definition of not having his shit straight. He has his shit straight and he's doing good. He went back to prison. He went back to prison. I can't. I don't know if it's delusion or he's like trying to talk himself into this is going to happen, but it is. I find this stuff fascinating, how his mind works with shit like this. It's just, oh, the whole lifetime probation thing. He believes he always talked about how he was getting off probation. Oh yeah, it just says lifetime, but once, this is kind of what plays into it is here he'll say that he needs 10 years and he needs to give back to society. Now, I think it's this call, but if not, I'll just say that he thinks his definition of giving back to society is very skewed. Like it's not what a normal person would think.
They can see you got your shit straight. It's like me, the reason I went back in was because of drinking alcohol.
But you weren't good or had your shit straight.
Huh?
You went back in.
Okay, on the request of the wonderful Blue Boy, here's what Lorne thinks. Yeah, I've told it before. His helping his aunt, helping his mom do chores around the house is giving back to society because oh boy. I believe one time he said that he gave his neighbors eggs from his chickens. That's giving back to society. I don't think he understands it's like going out and donating your time. You know, like you go and you work at you go do a soup kitchen. You do volunteer work. Stuff like that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about you helping your fucking mom. It's so stupid. That's true, Blue Boy. Yeah, the only time he goes over and actually helps is when he's getting something out of his mom or his aunt. Can you get off lifetime probation if you have violated several times? I mean, that's a great question. I guess you're not asking me, you're asking Shins, but I would say no. I mean, just coming from me, but...
Right.
You weren't good or had your shit straight.
I've been at my shit straight because I was violating probation. I was drinking alcohol. I wasn't following the rules. Exactly. That's why I went back in.
Yeah.
Now I'm not drinking alcohol.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Why does this call
alcohol
keep interrupting Reborn?
since July 7th of 2019.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
If Lorne gets off lifetime probation, there's something even more wrong with the world than I already believe.
Sorry, I stepped away to get something to drink. I apologize. Fama, thank you. And I don't know why this call keeps interrupting me. It's pretty rude, if you ask me. Call seems more like a jerk than Heelborn. Thank you, and Ramon Sniper, thank you. Yeah, if he got off probation, I would be very surprised. He's his own worst enemy, and he fights them all the time. I don't know. He's like, he tries to make it so he's right. I've told these scenarios where Lorne will talk to probation and he'll say something crazy, or he'll just say something very stupid to them, and they shake their head like, "Can you believe this guy?" And he goes, "Yeah, they were shaking their head because they didn't know that I knew that." Just fucking stupid. Word of the day is stupid.
So how long have you been following probation?
All Might, he is 5'7" in shoes, and those are like work boots. And then when you tell him that, he gets mad and says, "Why do you care so much about my height?" And it's like, well, I don't. I'm telling you what was said. And he'll say, you care so much about it. You care so much about it. I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, aren't you the one that cares about it? Because you're the one like lying. Don't touch that, please. Thank you. You're the one lying about it to everyone, and you get mad when anyone says your actual height. Yeah, he's not 5'8" at all. That's a lie.
have you been following probation?
How long? Say that again?
No, how long have you been following probation?
Since I've been out again.
Right, so that's not when the time starts, it's before you violate it.
Huh? You get me confused on that one. The way you said it, I guess, confused me.
So you can violate the probation you are on and go back to jail, but the time doesn't start over.
The time doesn't... What do you mean the time doesn't start over? If you violate probation, you violate probation. There's no time starting over.
I mean, seriously. Yeah, Chins, it'll be up on Heelborn's channel at some point, but exactly, and see, it's so fucking stupid, right? This is one of those calls, I know it's not super exciting where there's yelling and screaming, but his stupidity is on full, like 87 on full display. He just isn't getting it. I'm gonna go, hold on.
Just means you violated probation, so you get punished for it.
Okay, so you have 9 years to go.
That would be starting over. You don't... Starting from the time that I first got out. The first time that I get out.
So you can violate the probation you are on and go back to jail, but the time doesn't start over.
No, not so far as I know. I've never heard of that happening like that.
He's never heard of anything like that happening before. Has he heard the other way at all?
I've known a lot of
What does
people
your
that
lawyer
have...
say?
I don't know, that's a question to ask him. I've never asked him. It'd be a good question to ask him because of where for the state probation.
At least you've given back to society.
I'm trying to.
How?
I'm trying to do things for people. What do you mean how? So you were being sarcastic about that?
Only like what?
That's cool, Scott. Here you go, bud. And enjoy this.
Like Mom and I sharing. I try to do things that they need done, and they don't have anybody else to do it for them. Like Roy. Unfortunately, I don't know. No, I don't really understand him.
Ooh, helping family.
Yep. Paul. I've given. Wow, you remember all them clothes that I had from the yard, from before the yard sale, or even some after the yard sale. I think it was. I think it was like 6 contractor bags full, 6 big bags of clothes. brought them over to the church.
That never happened.
Which church?
Oh, what's the name of the church? It's on Dr. Mann Road.
But again,
They have a big bin out there where you put clothes in.
let's say that Lorne did this, even though he didn't. Let's say that he did. That still doesn't count.
Matter of fact, I got another bag that I could bring over there too. Just get a bunch of jackets and a winter jackets. I can bring that over there. See if I can remember to do that in the morning.
Oh, that will be helpful now that winter is ending.
Yeah, winter's not ending here. This is the middle of winter right now. This is actually just getting colder right now. We're having a cold snap right now. So tonight it's supposed to be down to like 8 degrees.
Have you volunteered time anywhere?
Oh, have I? I don't think I have. I don't remember if I have or not. Seems like I did somewhere, but I can't remember where, if I did.
I hate cold weather.
I'll have to think about that.
So he helped his mom and put clothes in a bin.
That bugs me now because it seems like I volunteered some time somewhere and I can't remember where it was. Oh, I don't like cold weather either.
Last year.
Huh?
Last year.
Last year?
You volunteered last year.
I did? What did I do?
I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know. I said, it seems like I did. I'm going to have to think about that because it seems like I did somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Yeah, Wildo, exactly. Like, he's gonna pull this supermodel into a moldy, smoky trailer with just debt out the ears, you know? No money, at the time, no job. And this woman's just gonna want to, like, trot her ass, as one would say, up there to live with him. I can't... I don't know why he thinks that he's a winner or, like, some sort of catch.
I don't like cold weather either.
Why do you think you did anything?
I don't know. It just seems like I donated some time somewhere. Oh no!
Doing what?
I know what it was. I brought about 40 cases of bottled water over to the homeless shelter.
Oh, yeah, that one time.
That's what it was.
That one time you brought water to homeless shelter, again, just dropping things off.
That's when I worked for RC
Oh,
Moore.
you did that last year.
That was actually about, when was it? Not this last summer, the summer before last.
Wow, Lorne, you donated water one time. Like, it's just, I don't think he understands the concept of volunteering your time or giving back to society. I don't think he understands. I mean, clearly, but I know I'm beating a dead horse here.
Oh, so it hasn't been recently, but you donated your time. Just unloading the water.
Are you seriously trying to find some faults in that?
I'm asking.
You trying to find some false in that? You really,
Been recently, but you donated your time. Just unloading the water.
Are you seriously trying to find some faults in that?
You really trying to find something false in that? Guy's dumb.
I'm asking.
I say, because when I donated the water to them, they were extremely happy to get it.
Right.
Right. That's why your questions are seeming a little odd, Jamie.
I'm asking if you spent more time there or just dropped off the water.
No, there was only.
We'll make that over so you won't be disappointed.
Why are your donations in US dollars and not in loonies? You are a fake Canadian. I can't wait to expose you. Also say something nice about Lorne to make him feel good about you too.
Say something nice about each other. Thanks, Wes. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna start saying. I'm gonna have to add loonies to it. You know, they don't. I can't remember the last time I saw a loony. But yeah, you're right. I am a fake Canadian. I need to switch these donuts up. Thanks. Thanks for pointing that out.
Three.
Wait, didn't you already expose me once before? Could have sworn you did. People were reaching out, deleted stuff.
Guys that was there. There's more people that was there that was homeless, but they weren't there at the time. There's only 3 guys that was there at the time to help me unload it.
Is this a Canadian stream? Fuck you about it.
One of them didn't even help. So just me and two other
That's not
guys.
what I asked.
Sorry.
No, I didn't spend any time there.
Okay.
Why did I need to spend time there?
You said you donated time.
No, I thought I donated some time somewhere, but that's not what it was. I
He
donated
donated
water.
water that he got for free.
And I don't like the cold either.
I donated time once. I dropped some water I stole from work and gave it to some homeless people. That's me donating time. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? Are you trying to say we all sound the same?
Yeah, I heard you.
But I know how to live in it though.
Do you?
I do. Considering I was born and raised.
Yeah, I guess
there.
that's a good point. He donated, and then when he fucking peeled out when he dropped the water off, he went yeah, and sparked a ciggy. Oh my goodness.
I'm looking at pretty much all my advice even when I went in the Air Force. I wound up being in Alaska. Not really what I expected. I put down for. It was funny because
This is
when
funny.
you go in to basic training, they have you fill out a form of your wish list of 8 places, 8 different bases that you want to go to.
Uh-huh.
8 places that you want to go. I put all southern states and 1 in California. And they said
Hold on. How did you...
I put all southern states and 1 in California.
I put all southern states in 1 California. Okay. It sounded weird at first.
And they sent me to Alaska. So it's kind of ironic.
yeah. Is that funny, guys? He picked all southern states because he's a country boy. That's right. And then he picked California, and he got Alaska. Does he pay his taxes? That's a great question. Does he pay his bills? No. I mean, I doubt he pays his taxes. He doesn't pay anything. Oh, really, Wes? That's interesting. Yeah. Did you laugh
But I
like
didn't, I
Lorne?
don't-
Did you think it was funny? Yeah.
But I don't regret it though. It was beautiful up there.
Yeah, I don't know, Plebs.
No, they do that to everyone. They say they send you where you needed, but they don't. It's wherever you put down that's
Show me real cat.
they usually send you the opposite. I thought it was quite funny because there's so many people there that was from southern states.
Uh-huh.
They weren't used to the cold. It was funny.
It's funny, guys. The southern states.
So what'd you do today?
The southern states, they weren't used to the cold. Yeah.
Cleaned.
The king of insults and the king of
And
deadbeats.
cried.
Why'd you cry?
Doesn't
You
matter.
should call me. You should call me when you cry. Call me and talk to me.
You.
Why me?
I said you.
Huh?
I said Rose.
Oh, you. Why are you saying gross?
You usually yell at me and I don't want to go through that when I'm sad.
I don't want to yell at you. I don't know where you think that I like yelling at you. A lot of times when I talk, I don't
Your
yell.
actions.
A lot of times when I
George Glass, you like when Jamie Bach cries? I've heard people say it sounds like a sad dog. I don't know. It's one of those things, man.
I didn't
When I
ask
talk,
if you
I-
said you wanted to or liked it. I said that's what you do.
yeah, but a lot of times when you say that I'm yelling, a lot of times I'm not yelling. I'm just trying to. Sometimes I get
Raising your voice.
frustrated. Yeah, sometimes I wind up raising my voice, and it's not
Alright,
like
well, I've given you enough
I
chance.
don't talk in one tone all the time.
Bye-bye.
I don't talk in one tone all the time, though. I mean, when I'm mad,
Did I say that?
when I'm mad, I do raise my voice a lot higher.
Right, that's called yelling.
Yeah, that's when I yell. When I
Yeah.
get mad,
He likes
when I yell.
loopholes, Ramona's diaper.
It's annoying as fuck.
I know, but when how do I explain that?
You don't.
See, there's a lot of times that you disagree with me just to disagree with me.
What?
Incorrect.
See, even now you're disagreeing with me.
You disagree with me when I say I raise my voice and you call me yelling.
I don't always keep things in one tone, and I know that.
Uh-oh.
I never said you
When-
never asked that.
When you're here and I get upset, I'll just go outside. I'll go out in the shed and I'll relax and come back in and we can try to talk again.
Right.
But when I do, you gotta let me go so that I don't yell.
It's true, Potato Man. Follows me everywhere.
You gotta let me go on.
Why your shithead behavior is my fault.
No, what I'm saying is when I get upset, when I start getting upset, I'm gonna go out in the shed
Sorry, bees knees.
and relax for a few minutes, just to get away from the situation for a few minutes. But you gotta let me do that.
When you
That way
hear,
I don't yell.
How many times have you done this?
when you hear, I need to go to the shed and yell.
In
Have I
your
done what?
life?
Huh?
In your life?
Have I done what?
I appreciate that, George Glass. You know, I like all Lorne calls, I think. I've said this before, but I appreciate every aspect of getting into this man's psyche just because, you know, he's fascinating how he can warp things or what he thinks is normal human interactions and stuff.
What you were literally just describing.
I don't know. Normally, I don't get so upset. When you're here, you're gonna see it. Okay, you really need to listen to me on this, okay? This is. I'm being very serious with this.
Right.
When you're here, you're gonna see an extreme change in me because
Right.
you'll act, Jamie.
That's
You'll
true,
actually be
honest.
here,
He hasn't changed at all.
and that's where my biggest fear is.
Right.
It's just slowed down, Sassy.
Well, it's true.
He has not quit smoking, shockingly enough. Alicia, I'll be fair and say that there are rare occasions where the robot plays into him, just because something might happen, and it's better to just have him vent about the thing happening than to make an issue. But for the majority of Lorne and the robot, it has been this, where the robot plows over him. She'll bring up the same talking points, call him a liar constantly. Like, it feels like, and I mean, I could be wrong, but it feels like the robot was constructed to, like, pay him back for everything that happened to Ramona. Just the stuff, you know, that he would do. Plow over her, you know, call her names, all that kind of shit.
Right, so don't judge you on how you treated me up to this point. Judge you then.
Jamie, I know you don't want it to affect me,
Not an
but
answer.
what has happened to me in the past has affected me.
Not an answer.
So until you're here, you know, I'm gonna be worried about it.
Yes or no is the answer. Forgot the question.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That's fucking, you knew that. Huh?
I didn't do that.
What?
Will you stop hanging up, please?
No.
Just because I forgot the question, exactly how you phrased the question, I was concentrating on what I was saying before.
Yeah, I like when the robot says gross too, George Glass. It's my boyfriend, George Glass.
I was listening, but I was concentrating on what I was saying before. Honey, I was concentrating on what I was saying before, and you asked a question at the same time I said that. That I was saying that. Yeah, that's why I was answering your question. I thought I was answering your question, but you just wanted a straight yes or no.
I thought I was answering your question, but you wanted a yes or no to an answer that was a yes or no question.
But no, it'll be rare that you see me holler or yell.
Right. Sure you won't.
As long as you're not trying to intentionally, as long as you're not intentionally trying to make me mad.
Oh, blaming
This is
me.
like, what sentence? No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. So as long as
That's
you're not
what you just
intentionally,
said.
yeah, I said as long as you're not intentionally doing something to try to make me mad.
Oh, blaming me.
Well, if you're intentionally doing it, then the blame would be on you.
Let's go back.
So as long as
That's
you're not
what you just
intentionally,
said.
yeah, I said as long as you're not intentionally doing something to try to make me mad.
Oh, blaming me.
Well, if you're intentionally doing it, then the blame would be on you.
I mean, it's your fault I'm yelling at you, no matter what.
I'm not going to do things to intentionally make you mad. Why would I do that?
Why do I bother talking? You don't listen.
Yeah, I do.
You would think. Yeah, you do.
What was my question?
The question was, so when you're here, I'm not going to yell?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. Exactly.
Ask me a question again, though. I don't know why you make such a big deal out of it. If I forget a question, Jimmy, I forget a question. I'm not perfect. Come on.
There's,
Somebody doesn't hear me say something, I just...
there's a difference between, like, not understanding a question and never listening. And Lorne doesn't listen. He just waits for his turn to talk.
Somebody doesn't hear me say something, I just repeat it. I don't make a
If you
big
listened,
deal
you
out of
would
it.
have heard it.
I don't make a big deal out of it if somebody doesn't hear my question.
You're the one saying you listened.
I do listen to you, but just because I...
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Thanks for keeping service going. The robot is pretty sassy. THV.
Thank you, Amy. Oh, I gotta put a photo up, huh? Yeah, no problem. I'm a big fan of Sundays with Cawd, and it's the longest running weekly episodic. It's gone on for a long time, and I just don't think it's time to put it to bed yet. So I'm gonna keep it going until Clobber's back, even though we're feuding.
I do listen to you, but just because I don't hear your question or I forget what your question
So
was,
what was the
it
question?
just means that I forgot it or I didn't hear it. It doesn't mean it's a crime, Jamie. It means that I just forgot it or I didn't hear it.
But if you listened, you
That's
would
why
have heard.
That's why I asked, can you
But
repeat
if you
it?
listened, you would have heard.
But you make a big deal out of if I forget it or if I don't hear it. You make a big deal out of that. You automatically think that I weren't listening.
You're the one
I
saying
was listening.
bullshit.
I was listening. It's just I was saying something else and forgot what your exact words were.
I listened, Lorne, but I didn't hear what you said. Stupidity.
Jamie. Just because I forget what you asked, or the exact way that you asked it, or I didn't hear you, doesn't mean you need to make a big deal out of when I ask you to repeat yourself.
You didn't hear
Somebody
me,
asked
weren't
me to-
listening, plain and simple.
And I don't even think that when somebody asks me to repeat myself. When somebody asked me to repeat myself, well, they must not have heard me, so I
And
just
would
repeat
repeat
myself.
it if some asshat wasn't saying he listens.
Well, here we go, trying to find faults from me again. Trying to find faults from me again,
Spell
Jamie.
that word.
Which one?
The one you just said.
Faults?
Yeah.
F-E-L-S-E?
What?
False. You told me to spell that word. Don't know why,
Looking
but
for faults.
yeah, you're looking for faults in me. You're always looking for some faults.
What is the definition?
For something wrong.
The definition of false is looking for something wrong. Well, there he goes, guys. That confirms that he does not know the word. He spelt it.
Do you understand what I use the word for now?
No.
You're always looking to find something wrong with me.
NCA, I would have corrected him. However, the robot did not. And I will tell you why, because that's fucking hilarious. And why correct that that mistake? You're telling me you wouldn't laugh every time this guy told you, listen, stop pointing out my false. Okay, all you do is look for false in me? I mean, goddamn. Boom, there you go, George Glass.
And the word to describe that is.
I can't turn that one off. I don't know why. That's one I can't. I always think spelled. I'm like, that's not the word.
False.
I guess I'm 87.
F-O-S-E.
Yeah, if you only have one, it's a fall.
F-O-S-E.
False.
Which means.
I just told you.
And Lorne was way before the No Child Left Behind kind of thing, right? So. I can't help it, George Glass. It's.
It means finding something wrong.
It means finding something wrong. Oh boy.
Yes, I see what you're doing. You're making me repeat myself. Oh well.
I don't find things.
That's what Lorne got out of that was, why is the robot making me repeat this? It couldn't possibly be because I'm using the wrong word.
Oh.
Or.
We'll make that over so you won't be disappointed.
What is the official date this ends? Like, did Lorne or Jamie end it? I remember Reborn put up something with he knows then went silent. Just interested.
Thanks for Face going. They get back together at some point, but they're close to when they stop talking. Basically, what happens is one of Jamie's friends is very concerned about Jamie's safety and sends Probation. I guess sends Probation like photos of Lorne outside naked, and like kind of says, he's very verbally and mentally abusive, and then all of a sudden Lorne went dark. But guess what? He didn't get in trouble. As for the he knows thing, I guess, I had a video up. Apparently, according to the robot, well, Will and the robot, Probation was going to show him that. Again, I know there's someone out there pushing some narrative that he was going to go back to prison for this, and I stopped it from happening or something. No, furthest from the case. They were trying to prove to him that he's not talking to real people, which, I mean, that's not true. But, he doesn't want to believe it, He'll never get in trouble for this. I mean, what would he get in trouble for, right? Is he gonna get in trouble for talking to someone online? It doesn't make any sense. It's fucking stupid. So, I mean, if Jamie's concerned friend couldn't get him in trouble, nothing will, right? What's up, Clark Vader? So, that's right, girl. But yeah, I mean, yeah, well, and that's the thing too, is so after Jamie's concerned friend sent that, once that happened, Lorne didn't do that anymore. There were no nudes, which I'm sure the robot was very thankful for. But that's all that happened. Slap on the wrist, stop sending nude photos. That's it. No back to prison. Even though in his probation, I believe, sending and receiving sexually explicit photos with someone isn't allowed, and he violated that. But I mean, he violated it over and over again, but that's not enough, which is whatever. I mean, but don't sit here, hey Kaji, don't sit here and like, you know, try and say that someone's trying to prevent him from going back or getting in trouble. That's exactly it, man, James. Probation's the one that coddles Lorne. It's crazy how much he can get away with. And if you, like, obviously over the course of this you'll hear, but the way he talks about them is awful. Like, he just shit talks all of them. All of them are working against him. All of them are pieces of shit, conspiring, holding him back, doing it for no reason other than to like make his life worse. I could have got a job, but because they wouldn't let me go out of state, I didn't get it. That's not their fault. You're a liability. You don't get to leave you know, at the time you couldn't leave the state. So it's like, why would they do that? It's shit like that. But I mean, again, it's easier to just, I guess, blame me for shit. I mean, that seems to be a trend, but whatever.
Yes, I see what you're doing. You're making me repeat myself. Oh well.
I don't find things that are wrong. You present them.
That's true, Shins. And they put the fear, like I said earlier, they put the fear of God in him with that. And he, from what I can tell and from what I've been told, he hasn't touched alcohol since he got released. Maybe once right before he was put on monitoring, but since then, nada. I mean, exactly, man, James. It's like, how many times do you guys have to point out my faults? Okay? Stop doing that.
Oh. They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Did the robot and Lorne ever discuss the sex offender class assignments? The one from today enraged me.
I think you mean medium syllables. Stop being that! Mel Gibson up in here. Yes, the robot talked to Lorne about sex offender assignments. The robot and him had actually talked about his work. He read most of the assignments to her, and then they would talk about it, and like he would read them. Like the robot didn't get nearly as far as what's on Blue Boy's channel. Big ups to Blue Boy, but like he would read his thing where he's like, I didn't, my crime is that I went to this thing house, but I didn't want to, and I couldn't say no at the time, and my family used me. And apparently they were like, you sound like a victim in this. You sounds like a victim statement. And he never changed it. He just kept the words. And he's like, I don't know why he thinks I sound like a victim in this. Because it's about you being arrested, and you're talking about how you've been so hard done by, It's like his mind, the mental gymnastics are just, it's fascinating to see.
You're just using my shit.
Yeah.
Why the hell? Oh God, you can be so funny.
You are always
You know you're
stupid.
beautiful. You know you're beautiful.
Tragically hip. Hell yeah.
How many women have lived with you?
Two. Kind of. 1 for 2 weeks. And Denise was kind of off and on. That was for 2 months, 3 months, something like that.
True or false? All the false? Well, I mean, I would say that this call is just the worst ever.
But how many women have lived with me before that? Or as far as just women in
I think this
general,
call's great.
including family members?
Talking about false
There's
and probation.
been 1,
True.
2.
Oh,
True or false?
they make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
I will never be convinced that much of Lorne's behavior is Gwen's fault.
Thanks for my diapers. Thanks for Mona's diapers. I'm mumbling. Yeah, you know, I don't know what the deal is. Lorne always talks about how his mom was great and she did such a great fucking job raising them. I don't know. Lorne's got some key traits that are alarming. You know, he's a compulsive liar. I know people call him a narcissist. Yeah, Shins, exactly. Yeah, I think it's good. All that shit, you know, it's been talked to death.
3, 4. 4. Probably 4.
Family doesn't count.
Oh, you said women.
He counted his mom and sister. How many women have you lived with? Well, my mom, my sister. He said 4, so 2?
Yeah, quite specified, like, a great extent, so. So I just thought I'd cover all the bases.
Zero accountability is big, yeah. Lorne?
Oh, they make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
I did my best raising this little baby. He would cry the second he did something wrong, even the day I waved him off to the Air Force.
Thanks, Gorilla. Face Gwen. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I can't imagine how much Lorne was crying when he went to the Air Force and left his mom. It's not even fair, Mom. Can you come with me? Yeah, zero accountability, sorry, is a big thing. The other thing that Lorne does that drives me nuts is he loves to rewrite history. You know, even like seconds after it happens, he'll go, I never said that. And where'd you get the idea that I said that? Oh, wait a minute. I remember now. I know I did say that. I hate that shit.
So who was the one who lived with you for 2 weeks?
That was Brandy.
Why did she leave?
Because she did drugs.
Drugs.
She didn't tell me she had a license.
I believe this is
She
LJ's
didn't
mom.
tell me that she didn't have a license. And she borrowed my
Could be wrong.
truck with me thinking that she did have a license.
No, that's wrong. No, they all just kind of have that. Like everyone's writing drugs. What's that line? What's that line he says to Winnie? It's something like, or maybe it's Casey at the time. Why? Oh God, now I can't remember it. It's something like when you. He says drug and it should be drugs. Like there's a plural. Why did you do drug? There's some. Ah man, I can't remember now. It's gonna drive me nuts.
That was not long before all my ring of downfall.
The other
happened.
guy. I'm looking it up. Let's see if I have that sound clip.
Ring of downfall.
I'll go back.
That was not long before all my ring of downfall happened.
My ring of downfall. That is it, Spencer. I told you to never do a drug. Thank you. Yes. The Valentine's thing is just a ring of downfall.
Ring of downfall.
If you're wondering what the thumbnail is going to look like for this one, according to Heelborn, downfall is going to be on it.
Yeah. It was actually during my ring of downfall.
Movie day.
I was drinking a lot and started drinking even more than I ever had.
They make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
Rebaron, remember when Will and Loren were arguing and Will made fun of his stuttering and then Loren made fun of Will making fun of his own mumbling?
Thanks, Egbert. Yes, I do. It's one of my favorite things is Will mocking Lorne and then Lorne mocking Will mocking Lorne. It's like he thinks he's getting a home run. And I even think Will says something like, "I was making fun of you, moron." There are times too. Later on, Lorne does make a voice for Will. Did you really? I think there's a call out that does it. He's like, "Did you really say that, man? Did you really say that?" I like that voice too. Ringo downfall. You're the one who did it. Yeah, that's what it is, Zach. Thanks.
Before, and not long after that, I got my OUI.
No, what does ring
Year
of
after that.
downfall mean?
My ring of downfall means from the time that I started drinking a lot more, things just started going downhill.
Yeah, we'll rock that horseshoe for a while. Good evening. What's up, Sheffrey?
A ring of
It wasn't
downfall.
long after. Yeah,
He's one that taught you that.
it was a period of time. That period of time.
When did you get your OUI?
Hell yeah, Zach.
2006.
That's right.
First time I ever did anything wrong.
His ring of downfall, it hasn't stopped. Exactly, Shins. That's why
Denise lived with you.
I'll say this. I'm not, as far as titles and names go, I'm not the creative man. I'm not the most creative there, but, so I just kind of take my favorite part of the call, like my favorite line or something. The ring of downfall was this one.
Denise lived with you.
She was. It was more. I lived with her, kind of, because I was at. The 2 or 3 months that we were together every day and every night.
Were you?
What month did you get the OUI?
Oh, I don't know now. I don't remember now. I think it was September, I think. August or
Did you
September. I
pay
think it was
rent when you
September.
lived with Denise?
Did I pay rent? No, because I was actually renting a house right down the road from her. It was like during the day we were over my house.
Oh, so you weren't living together?
No, we were together pretty much all the time, and we weren't really living together.
Wasn't the question, how many women have you lived with?
During the day, we'd be down my house
You said you
while
were.
the kids were in school. During the day, we were down my house while our kids were in school. In the afternoons, when the kids got home, we were up to her house. After I get off work, I'd go to her house.
Wow.
I'd stay the night.
Burning ring of
So you
downfall.
were
That was
with her
back
all
when I-
day at your house, but you worked.
Yeah, I worked second shift. From 3 to 11 o'clock.
You'd save a night.
I'd stay the night at her house. So when I came back from work, I'd stop at her house and I'd spend the night there with her.
Oh, Shins, I know. There are times it's very difficult to tell when he's lying or not, you know? His story about this woman isn't always consistent, but it's more of the sexual stories he tells. It's enough with the sexual shit. For instance, he said that he used pussy spray on this woman when he went down on her. He used chocolate and vanilla pussy spray. And then, you know, months pass and Lorne says he's never used pussy spray before. He never went down on the woman. So, you know, not that that's the same thing as staying at her house, but he also told a crazy story. Yeah, he's also I think it's in here. He might mention it a bit. I'll talk about it if he mentions it.
When did you
She
sleep?
couldn't leave. Well,
Yeah.
sometime during the night.
Jamie starts a business for pussy sprays. There's a few times where her and Lorne just sit there and Lorne goes through like a grocery store ad and just lists off food. Oh, you could make pepperoni pizza, meat lover pizza spray,
Oh,
ham cube spray.
they make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
If Loren wrote like a real writer, he would win a Pulitzer for all of this fantasy and make-believe characters from his mind.
Thanks, Egbert. Yeah, he would. I mean, he it's much appreciated. He could write some real good books. However, when Lorne is trying to write a book instead of lying, they're just awful. Shins, back me up. You've heard some of that. The Creature. I mean, it's good stuff, right? Butter popcorn, popcorn.
She'd get her kids up and get them off to school, and they'd be.
I think Chicken Ranch was one of the big ones. It's like everyone loves Chicken Ranch.
They'd be gone to school by 6:30. They were gone from the house. And I was still sleeping.
She didn't work.
No, she had the money that the kid's father paid every month for child support. She lived off that because she had to take care of the kids.
Double cheeseburger, no pickle, pussy
She'd
spray.
do extra things for money on the side, like babysit her sister's
Like
two
what?
kids. She'd
Chinese
babysit her sister's two kids. She'd do that some.
Hooker.
No, not hooker.
Silent Rick and Invisible Jack.
Babysit her sister's two kids some. She
I agree, Blue Boy.
did some work for some elderly people some. She do little things here and there.
Everybody put, not to interrupt Lorne's fake story being made up in real time. Everyone in the chat put in what your favorite flavor of pussy spray is. Okay, let's go.
How much did that
But-
bring in?
I don't know. I never asked her. It wasn't my business. It was her business, not mine.
Oh, but you.
Juicy bird. I make sense.
Oh, but you care about finances.
Jamie, that was back when I was 19 years old.
Original flavor? That would be interesting.
And
Of course, though.
don't you find these questions a little odd?
That wasn't a hobby you had then.
Gravy train.
What wasn't a hobby?
Finances.
Fucking Denise? No, finances weren't a hobby. I went to work.
Finances.
Fucking Denise? No, finances weren't a hobby. I went to work.
Fruit juice? Ah, fucking love fruit. I have a question for everyone in the chat, real quick. Now, I'm going to post something in the chat, and I need you to tell me what it is, okay? Because I don't know what it is, but I put it in my fruit juice. What is that?
I went to work on second shift, and I'd come home, and I'd go over to her house. We'd fuck, we'd go to sleep. She'd get up and get the kids off to school, and I'd wake up not long after. We'd go down to my house and spend the day down there doing
George Glass has the correct answer.
things.
Like,
It's one of my favorite things of Lorne's reality when he's making his fruit juice and he holds up a mango to the camera. This is his recipe for making fruit juice, and he walks up to the camera and goes, I don't know what this is, but I got it. You know, I'm putting the fruit juice.
like what?
We like just things. We'd clean the house, or we'd watch TV, watch a movie,
Things.
fuck down there.
Fuck down there.
Go next door and see her sister and her brother. Huh?
What?
So we go next door and see her sister across the road. The sister and brother-in-law lived across the road.
Shinzy's like banging it on the table.
We'd go somewhere, we'd do something.
So the people she babysat were across the street.
Yeah, her sister. Her sister and her brother-in-law lived across the street from me. Right across the road.
Did she own a vehicle?
No, she didn't. She had a license, but she didn't have a vehicle.
Dan Johnson, yeah, the one where he was reckless or whatever, the passing or whatever, he does. I think he did in the last call or the call before something.
So she depended on me, and she depended on her sister and brother-in-law to help her get from place to place and take her kids to appointments and stuff.
Yeah, Pat, I love the coffee rant. You people say the dumbest things. You really do. Now, was it you dumb people say the dumbest? They sound like that. Stupid people say the dumbest things.
Did her kids
I'm a little rusty, guys. I haven't watched the old. Maybe we'll do that one time. We'll just skip a new call and
Did her kids hate you?
No?
you people say some dumb things. You really about some really dumb. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Thank you, Zach.
Did they call you Papa
Jim.
Lorne?
Did they call me what?
Oh, the Lorne reality website. I mean, I've heard it's a thing.
Did they call
Everybody
me
check
what?
that out.
Did they call you Papa Lorne?
No. Do you remember me telling you about the guy that went into her trailer and
No skipping anything. But I mean, if we get to watch Lorne spin a basketball on his finger for the millionth time, it's gonna be great. I always love watching Lorne's reality. I remember I was streaming once, and someone came in and asked me if I liked his vegan burrito, and I was like, I think I'd watched all the other ones 1,000 times, not 1,000, but dozens of times. I didn't realize there was a vegan burrito somehow. I skipped over it, and it was like Christmas. It was a brand new cooking episode I got to watch. It was fantastic.
turned the gas on. She had a gas stove. She turned it on, or he turned it on when we weren't there. And when we got back, she smelled it. That's Denise. It was her husband, her ex-husband, that did that. Have you ever lived with a guy?
Is that why the kids liked you? Because you didn't try to commit murder?
No, they liked me just because they liked me. I was nice.
I bet you were nice to them.
Have you ever lived with a guy?
Yeah.
Have you ever lived with a
No.
big guy?
Huh?
Will.
I mean, besides Will.
No.
No.
She does live with Will.
Do you think it's going to be interesting living with me?
What kind of question is that? Do you think it's going to be
Rose.
interesting? You think it's going to
Rose,
be interesting?
you don't want to live
me?
with me now?
Do. It's been on for a bit. Almost 2 hours.
What?
I said, you don't want to live with me now?
Man, he struggled with that salad. And he put a whole bottle of like Diet Ranch in there. He looked like Tim from Tim's Kitchen Tips. Just...
You smoke all the time and you're always naked. I will be afraid for my life.
Shit. You walk around the house naked when you're here.
No.
Yeah. He mentioned getting back on YouTube, but he did not want to do. I know in his court hearing he said something about doing his cooking show. However, he never mentioned that to the robot. He wanted to sing on YouTube. He thought that his voice was something he needed to share with the world, and he would go back and put new songs up on his channel. However, he does not remember the email he used. He does not remember the password he used. But he needs to get in there because he knows there's so much money sitting on his account and they owe him it.
You did at your house.
I don't do that anymore.
Yellow! No, the deal with the photo is that in this photo, Lorne said he was welding his track, and then said, "Do you notice the hole in my shirt?" And you can't because it's not in the photo. It's actually below where he took the photo from. He's just very stupid. He just wanted to make sure they were, pay attention. Goes Tony Farmer. I don't know. I think that he wasn't actually allowed to get on YouTube, but he was saying he could. He was able to get on YouTube at one point because he was checking things out.
That's up to you. I don't walk around the house naked all the time. During daytime, I got my clothes on.
That's right, 50%.
When I'm done for the day, if I feel like taking my clothes off,
Pee-wee, he'll say he's going to donate that much, but I guarantee you it all goes to Siggy's. That's my Siggy money.
I am.
Correct. No social media. However, he was allowed on YouTube for a bit, from what I can recall.
But it's also 8:22.
Okay, so it's all the time.
No, it's not all the time.
I got
Only
hair out of
nighttime.
place. All my.
Is there something wrong?
That's some nightmare fuel, man.
Okay, here it goes. Why do you think I'm gonna fight you on that?
The dogs are there.
You
and
like
it's
wearing
fucking
clothes?
weird.
So what? The dogs are here.
It's weird.
What the hell's so weird about it? They're dogs.
Everything.
Maybe you just need to get used to it. Once you're used to them, you won't even think about it.
You sleep in bed naked with them.
I sleep under the covers.
Last the question.
Huh?
Ask the question.
What? What the question?
Ask the question.
Well, I don't know what that word is.
Did you guys figure out the word yet?
Oh, was not the question.
Okay. Well,
Oh, it was not a question, you said. Oh, whatever. Sounds to me like you're just trying to find false again.
Was not the question.
uh-oh, false.
I got you. Sounds to me like you're just trying to find false again.
I'm trying to find what?
False. Trying to find something wrong.
How do you spell that?
You don't remember?
I wasn't listening.
No. F-A-L-S-E.
Oh right, I remember now.
Okay. Yes, I know what you're doing. Being a smartass again.
What am I doing?
You're being a smartass again.
How?
You already know how.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I
Just like
don't.
right now, you're being a smartass. Like right now, you're being a smartass too.
How?
Because you're trying to get me to repeat everything, so you don't remember any of it. So you're trying to pick on me. You're trying to make it so you get to say, how do you like it?
Oh, so I'm a smartass because I don't remember.
No. You're a smartass because you're doing it to pick on me.
Lorne, do you want a finger in your butt?
Do I want a finger in my butt? No. I don't want a finger in my butt. You want my finger in your butt? You want my finger in your butt?
Hell no.
No? How about my dick?
No, I'm okay.
No. Oh well. You didn't used to say that.
You didn't used to say you didn't want a finger.
You want
Well, we get a little sidetracked, honey. If it's your finger, okay. Just don't let me know it's coming.
What?
What?
Nice to
If it's your finger, okay.
Yeah.
Just don't let me know about it. Don't let me know when you're gonna do it.
I can try and look for a dirty hand photo. I don't know if I'll find one right away though. When I'm looking for a specific thing, I can never find it. But his hands are always filthy.
You want boot shoot surprise?
Yeah. As long as it's you.
For sure, bunny.
Poop shoot surprise.
I like that one. Poop shoot. Kiki.
Oh.
Or do you like wearing sandals?
Alright. Now, I'll explain this part of the call. So, some of you may know the story about Lorne toe fucking someone. He says he was at a bar, or I don't know. The story changes. He was somewhere. He took his sandal off and he toe fucked this woman who was wearing a skirt. And then she blew smoke in his face, and then he blew smoke in her face, and then they said it was a bar. We ate at the bar, and then before we went to the bar, and then they wanted to go get sandwiches. In fact, in a Walmart parking lot. So that's what this is about.
They don't bother me. I mean, I wear those. What do you call them again? The things I wear, the gray
So
things
you
there.
wear them often?
Huh?
Do you wear them often?
What, sandals? No. The things that, what are them things that I called?
I love wearing them.
Oh, you should. You have beautiful feet.
Can't wait for summer.
Yeah, I know. Me too. What are those things that I wear? Those gray ones.
Crocs.
What are those called?
Prison shoes.
Yeah, okay. What are the other? What's the actual name for them?
I think he got a photo once, but I mean it was like 1 foot. I don't know. I can't remember.
That is the actual
You
name.
remember? No, that's not the actual name.
Crocs.
Crocs. Yeah, Crocs. Yeah, I wear them as slippers now. Still, things are comfortable.
Bring comfortable.
How many times have you worn sandals then? You like Crocs.
Yeah, these Crocs are all right. They're comfortable still. They've got some bounce to them, so it's, or some spring to them, so it's not so hard on the feet. As far as sandals, I used to, actually when I was in Washington State, I used to wear them a lot during the summertime.
Oh, neat.
We'd go out on the patio, sit on the patio, and, well, actually, from the time I got up, especially on the weekends, from the time I got up, I just wear sandals the whole day. Loaf around in sandals. Go on the patio and sit and relax and enjoy the morning sun. And even when I went anywhere, I was always in shorts, tank top, and sandals.
Cool.
That's the main thing I wore.
Ah, that's cool. Exactly. Great story, man. Hell yeah.
Were they your party shoes?
Well, depending on if I was drinking at home, because I lived with Paul and Laura at the time and the kids, so
Just answer the question.
me, Paul, and Laura wore them
More than
quite
drip.
often, a lot.
Respect the drip,
So
Karen.
when we'd have the neighbors come over and we'd drink,
Oh my
that's
God.
what we'd wind up wearing. Then we could just kick our shoes off and put the sandals on and just relax.
Was it worth it? No, you tell me.
Other than that, I'd wear sneakers. At that time, I was wearing sneakers a lot. Except for at work. At work, I'd wear waterproof boots.
MJ is always barefoot. It's cute. She says it's because she grew up in the country.
Well, some people do wear just go barefoot. But not a lot of people do anymore because the ticks and shit in the grass.
Yeah, I would agree, Turtlehead. I mean, it took a robot a lot longer to get blow-ups because he wasn't drinking. Because I think that if he were able to drink, there'd be a lot more of Rod and Jeffrey.
They pay more attention to him now than what they used to.
What's up, SJ?
Did you party a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. In Washington State, yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was a party animal.
You aren't
Alright,
insulting
I didn't
MJ,
get-
are you?
Huh?
You aren't insulting MJ, are you?
No. No, why would I insult her? For going being barefoot, why would I insult her for that? Hell, I'd do that
Okay,
when I was
better not
a
be.
kid. Knock it off, Jamie. When I was a kid, I'd go barefoot some. It's just they don't
Did
do
you
it
party a lot?
Sheetrock's always the worst. Nothing will take its spot.
in Washington State. I did party a lot. I didn't drink as much as what I drank later, like when I was back in Maine.
What about
Yeah, I
after
didn't-
Washington State?
After Washington, well, the first time I was on Washington State, I drank a lot then, or I partied a lot then. I didn't drink a lot, but I partied a lot.
Yeah, Dan Jones, he talks about that before.
The second time I was in Washington State, because I came back home for a year, then I went back out there for another 3.5 years.
Let me point out that before COVID hit, Jamie was like traveling the country / world for events, going out all the time to like, expensive places. And this is what like Lorne expects someone like that to just want to come and listen to Sandal talk and sheetrock talk. I get that it's not exciting stuff, guys, but again, the fact that that's where his mind is, I find that part fascinating. And again, this is also to break down one of his lies later on, or earlier on, I guess, because almost all of his sex stories were you were able to talk it away later on. You just wait a couple weeks, a month, and then say, hey, have you ever done, and then reference the thing he said, like, have you ever titty fucked someone? And he'll go, no, I never did that. But a week prior, he's talking about titty fucking someone by a brook, and dude's gonna fuck him.
And the second time I was out there, I think I drank maybe a 6-pack in 2 years' time. So I was focused on taking care of the kids, because I had the kids a lot. My brother's kids. I had them a lot.
I'm not saying this to get, smoke blown up my ass, but it's just that I understand that there are people that only want to hear Lorne yell, or only want to hear Lorne cry, or only want to hear Lorne scream about Jeffrey or Rod or Will or whatever. I mean, realistically, that's just not possible. So if it's a call you don't like, I understand. You don't have to listen.
I was focused on them and on work. Why? Because they like spending time with me. I like spending time with them.
Yeah, Red Boost.
And the mother had depression, and she slept a lot. And so I had the kids like 80% of the time I was there.
Yeah, I mean, I even have my limits on stuff. I mean, I'm similar to 87 Problems. I want to know every aspect, but there are times where I'm like, okay, just shut up. Just shut up. But hey, sometimes you gotta.
I mean, the girls even I got a 2-bedroom apartment so that the girls could have their own room.
Exactly. You gotta have character building.
Sleep on the couch, and I had my bedroom.
Yes, that's a great way of putting it. Spot the BS. I like that. Spot the BS calls.
And Bud would sleep right out, either right with the girls
Sit her down,
or.
though.
Huh?
You never mentioned them.
This is dope fire.
And the kids, well, they're a big part of my life for,
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I'd never mentioned any of my nieces or nephews.
No, none of them speak to him.
Bud, that's when I had Bud.
Talk to them or something.
I haven't talked to him for a long time. I talk to Paul all the time. I actually talked to Paul this morning.
Oh, how long?
No, God, I don't know. They're grown now.
They grown.
That's the youngest one's got her own kid and
So he's gonna ramble
married.
here, on and on.
married.
And the answer
They
is,
make Viagra so you won't be disappointed.
I don't.
Thank you, Reborn.
Thanks for Mo's diaper. I don't need thanks, guys. It's fine. I'm just saying, like, I understand that it's not for everyone. I get it. It's just, don't have to thank me. Anyways, what I was saying was, he's gonna ramble here for a bit, but basically what he's gonna say is they don't talk to him, but he's gonna talk about how, like,
Got married and divorced. And
they got kids. Their kids got kids.
I don't think she's remarried yet.
Their kids. They all talk to the
She got a
parents.
boyfriend.
They
I
don't
think
have time for
she's
me.
remarried or engaged or anything.
That's all this is.
I just haven't talked to him in a long time.
See? That's the answer.
Oh, okay.
I was close to him when they were kids, but
We're not.
I came back to Maine and
The robot ass. Yeah, those are the cats. I can't believe you guys can hear them. Hey, go away. The question was, do you still talk to them? And he's like, I talked to them when they were kids. Yeah, we know that, stupid.
oh Christ, when was it?
Yeah, better
Like
own.
2002, 2001 or 2002.
I don't think they were as close as he puts out either.
Yeah, I think it was 2002 I came back. So it's been a long time.
So let's say you were at a party at Tony's, and I came in. What would I see you wearing?
You probably would see me wearing jeans and a t-shirt and work boots.
Wow.
Steel toe work boots. Which is basically what I wear now, honey.
Work boot, huh? Heavy stuff.
Heavy stuff, yes. Steel toe work boots.
Kingpin, one day we will have a yard sale day. Bam, 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 bam.
Is
And
that
then
what
I
you
had-
would wear all the time at his parties? You would try something fancy or different?
No, I'd never try anything fancy or different at Tony's. I just normally would just work boots and jeans and a t-shirt. The only time I would ever dress up going over to Tony's would be if I went over there for a Christmas party or a Thanksgiving dinner or something like that. They'd invite me over for it a couple of times. I'd dress up nice then, but
Cool.
yeah. And then when I'd go out to the karaoke bars, I'd dress up in nicer clothes.
I think his nice clothes are more or less his party clothes, except instead of a t-shirt, he wears a button-up shirt.
I really haven't dressed up very much, hardly at all, for a long
Well,
time.
this will be a weird question, but I want to know.
Okay.
Wait, hold on first.
Oh, I think she's about to ask the question.
What are nicer clothes?
What are nicer clothes? Like, jeans that I haven't worked in, and sneakers or shoes, and a dress shirt.
So dress up. Nice clothes are clothes that aren't filthy from working, but still jeans, shoes, and a button-up shirt.
Like a button up.
That's
Yeah.
He once told the robot that the thing that would get him laid the most at karaoke bars was when he would sing Desperado. That's like the song that would get the ladies going, drop the panties. So he must have been wearing that outfit while he was singing it.
Well, even some pullovers. I've had some pullovers that were long sleeve and nice shirts too. It's like when I went to school, I used to dress up every day. When I was in school, I dressed up every day. They were just natural clothes to me. I wouldn't.
Natural clothes.
You'd never see me in a t-shirt in school.
Mm-hmm.
I always had button-ups or pullover long sleeves with collars and. When was this? I think it was the second time that
Did
I
you
was
pop your
jailed.
collar?
Did I what?
Did you pop your collar?
No. No, I weren't a preppy. That's what they used to call them. Ones with the collars propped up. Call them preppies. Second time I went out to Washington State, when I first got out there, I went to work for Kirby Vacuum Cleaner Company. I'd wear dress pants and dress shirt and boat shoes, and actually in school I wore boat shoes a lot. Boat shoes and sneakers.
He's saying boat shoes, right?
Boat shoes.
Boat shoes?
Boat shoes. They were dress up shoes.
Shoes?
They're
Oh, okay.
These are dress-up shoes?
They were nice shoes. They were style at the time.
Yeah, they're like talkers. Yeah, I'd believe it. I just never heard that, Sure me
Lorne,
timbers.
my question is, have you ever used spray on a woman when you eat?
Have I ever used spray on a woman when I eat? No. You'll be the first.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm anxious for that. Mainly because it's you.
These are sex lies being broken down.
And you and I have looked forward to it for a long time.
You and I have been looking forward to spray for a long time.
When did you start eating?
You've asked me these questions before, honey. Oh,
I don't remember
When was it?
asking that.
I think Sarah was the first one.
Sarah.
That was when I was in the Air Force.
Oh,
I
okay.
think she was the first one. I think I was like
How old were you?
20. I think I was 22. I think I was 22 when I started.
Which flavor would you want to use?
On you, well, I think anything is good on you. I think
Sarah's,
watermelon.
oh, of course, watermelon. Sarah's just a big slut.
Okay.
I really like watermelon. And
There were nights where it was like, Lauren, what did you have for dinner? I had watermelon. Okay, and that was it. And then you have ice cream for dessert.
and you and watermelon, you can't find any better mixture than that. Oh God, Jamie, you're so beautiful.
so precious. You guys think he's
Are you
touching his
touching
wiener?
it?
Yes, Jesus.
Are you touching it?
Yes, Jesus. How'd you know? that was messed up.
Him going there, he's so special, just flicking it.
I put the blankets over me now. Oh, great. Yeah, I got thinking about you and got me all hard.
Where are my
Are you
panties?
touching it? They're right in my nightstand drawer right next to me. Are you touching it?
No.
Why not?
Jimmy's touching Waldo.
Because I'm not in the mood.
Oh. Okay. If you were here, would you be in the mood?
When you're here. You want him?
If my
Are you a bad person for wanting him to have diabetes? I mean, that's on you, man. If you think you're a bad person for that, then I don't really think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. I just think Jamie Robot could have been riding shotgun in Business Track. What would the job title? Because like you can, as Lorne says, he drives truck. What would riding shotgun? A shotgun track.
if my life is like it is now, no.
Well, honey, I'm trying to make your life better. I seriously am. That's why. That's one of the reasons that I'm going to be going over the teardown house just about every day that I can, so I can hurry and get that done and focus only on the business.
Business. That's how we do it down south.
I'll focus on the business and getting the house built.
Lorne, I just squeezed my tits.
I wish I could squeeze your tits.
Oh
I
God.
wish I could suck on your tits.
Ew.
Lick your nipples.
Lord, shut up.
Did you have any milk come out?
A little bit.
Did you have any milk come out? Oh my
Lick it for
God.
me.
What a weirdo. Nipples.
Did you lick it?
Yuck, tastes like milk.
The fuck?
If you were here, honey, I could be sucking the milk out of your tit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
If you were here, honey, I could be sucking the milk out of your tit. Then I wouldn't have to have coffee.
What?
Then I wouldn't have to have coffee.
Oh my God. What does that even mean?
Oh, so much love to be sucking on your nipples right now.
Okay, weirdo.
Oh my milk.
Yeah, free milk. Because I want to suck on your tits.
Your tit. I mean, this is right after she said she wasn't pregnant. However, Lorne believes that women just have milk constantly. I mean, his idea of it switches here and there, but you know, he's convinced that you can just get milk out if you try hard enough. Lorne's cat's name is Minnie for Minnie Mouse. I'm convinced it's because Jamie sent a photo with Minnie Mouse on her sweater.
God, I love you, Jamie.
Lorne, pretend we are in a studio apartment.
There's a milk sack.
That wouldn't even be as big as that trailer. That'd be as big as this. That'd be as big as this bedroom. As our master bedroom.
SHHN. SSSH
Uh-huh.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretending we were in a studio apartment.
in a studio apartment.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, what you're in right now? What you're in right now? You mean your
There's a
hotel
bed.
room? Huh?
There's a bed.
What milk?
In your hotel room?
What?
In your hotel room? Is that why you're trying to tell me that?
What?
I'm back at MJ's.
Oh, you're back at Maggie Joe's now?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that, honey. I thought you were still in a hotel room.
How do I activate my tit milk? Like
Now
Captain
I'm in a
Planet.
studio apartment.
Huh? Oh, you mean because of your bedroom? Right?
Never mind. Not in the mood anyway.
Oh, I found that drug line. Hold on, I forgot about this. I don't know if it's even worth it, but...
But now I want to know why you did it when I asked you before to never do a drug.
Alright, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Well, you kind of got me lost on what you were saying there, honey.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Never.
I'll leave you to jack it, okay?
Well, listen, you can think about this. I came out to get some more coffee, and my cock is hard and flopping all around.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
I said I came out to get some more coffee, and my cock is hard and flopping all around.
Hold on. Yeah, everyone's picked up. I didn't even notice that. So it's hard, but it's flopping all around. It's literally standing up on its own right now. It's opposites. Well, you learn something new every day.
Okay.
1/8 chub. Yeah, it's like it's not even a third because,
If only you were here.
oh god.
I would love to slide my cock in you.
Ew.
I would love to slide my cock in your pussy.
I'd love to slide my cock in your pussy. Oh man, I lost it. I'll have to get it back. In your pussy.
But before I did that, I would have to eat your pussy.
I love to slide in your pussy.
Lick your clit.
Does it have a bed?
It does.
Yeah.
And you would be laying,
His whistle and his wobble tooth were brought up often.
and you would be laying on your back, your legs spread wide open,
What?
my face between your legs, my tongue sliding up your pussy,
Sliding up?
and sucking your clits in
Sucking them in?
and pulling them out. My mind is going here. I said I would be sucking on your clits and slowly pulling them back out.
Pulling them? What? Pulling them out? Slowly pulling them out. It shocks me every time I hear him say
And
that.
I'd slide my tongue inside your pussy.
How fucking dare you?
I'd wiggle my tongue around inside of you.
Okay, Will just walked in. Lorne, can I let you
Oh.
go? He can hear you.
Okay, honey.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Will.
Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, you guys go ahead and do what you gotta do there.
Okay, alright.
I'll talk to you later, honey. I love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Alright, that took a weird turn at the end there. That is Ring of Downfall. You know, it's got some good staff, some not so good staff. Sandal talk. Overall, I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Wonderful service. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Where is... Sorry, I'm looking for something. I said I was going to play it last week and I didn't. Will was the hero on this one. Will did save the day because Lorne really could not stop that. But yeah, hope you had fun, guys. If you didn't, maybe next week we'll make it up to you. Stay safe and enjoy your week. X-Pac bless you all. Many yellows. Okay, closing out with the song. Also, the after show is going on over at Winnie's boyfriend / husband. There's a link to the channel. Make sure you go check that out. It should be pretty fun. Party don't stop. All right, I'm out.
I don't know all the words of the song, honey, but I like the chorus. You again, oh yeah. You're the love that rescues me when the cold winds rain. And you're so amazing, that's just how you are. And I can't turn back now, 'cause you brought me too far. I need you like water, like breath, like wind. I need you like mercy from heaven's gate. There's a freedom in your arms, and it carries me through. I need you. Oh, I need you. I need you like water, like breath, like wind. I need you like mercy from heaven's gate. There's a freedom in your eyes. Yeah, it's no darling. I need you. I need you, yeah. I need you. Alright, my throat hurts. I love you. Bye.